2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this year's Q School Final. We're glad to have you with us as we kick off our coverage of this event. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Elvey with my mate Rich Beam in the booth. And Beamer, this player really hasn't been getting it going in this tournament, finds himself trailing the lead. What are your expectations of them today?
Well, certainly they're stuck in second gear out there, aren't they? They just make a birdie or two and then they give it back with a bogey. So they need to quit making mistakes. They need to go ahead and start putting this thing in third and fourth gear and start cruising down the highway a little bit quicker, because right now they're trailing. They can't afford to give any more back.
Well, it's set up for an exciting event. Can't wait to get into this. A chance to save the par if he can make this one. So it'll be a par to start their round.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
Let's see what happens here on the second hole.
Players want to take out any club, driver, three, whatever it takes, to miss the bunkers down the right-hand side in order to give them the best opportunity to knock it on in two. However, danger lurks everywhere around this green, so players playing cautiously might want to consider laying up. Birdie fours are always a good score in this hole, and you're never disappointed with a five.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
He's looking at a nice round number, 180 here.
Opting for the 6 iron. This one might need to get down a little. Left yourself an opportunity. Now, long range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
Fantastic play so far, setting this up for the eagle.
Ooh. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. Wonderful shot. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Teeing off here at the third hole.
Par 3, measuring 208 yards, a difficult par 3 to say the least.
Opting for the 5 iron. Oh, that was pure. Well, this would be a big putt to make. The birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Ah, that's frustrating. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Nicely holed, and for par. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4.
Almost every player in the field will be going for this green. Where do you hit it? Front right part of the green is the perfect target. Missing it to the left in the bunker or long and right, that is not good.
Attaboy, good shot. Time for the second shot here at the 4. Good look at a birdie here. There it is. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Now on the tee of a long par 4.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
Well, this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it?
Yes, this is like a big bowl of spinach salad. It's just gnarly in there.
That's a perfectly fine result, hitting from a lie like that.
Setting up miles from the hole.
This for a birdie run.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Oh, a 9-foot chance here. That was a gallant attempt. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. Yeah, I can understand you'd be disappointed by the bogey, but here's an opportunity to bounce back.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. Eddie, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut.
That's not what they were looking for.
Hard to control the distance when you're coming out of the rough.
Well, Rich, that's a shot they'd like to have back again for sure. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. This is their 5th shot. Opting for the 9-iron. Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
A bit short with that effort.
6th shot coming up. This putt coming up is for triple bogey. Ouch, that hurts. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. And there's always the sense of a birdie in the air when we stride onto a par 5 tee.
Par 5, and only the long players can reach in 2. Find the fairway, then make a decision. Do I go over the large bunker 100 yards away, or do I lay back of it? Either way, you must make a par 5 here, because birdies will be had by the big hitters.
And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway. Time for the second shot here at the 7th. Setting up to play the shot here from the greenside rough. Lining up the birdie putt here. Oh, just missed. It's just about 3 feet away. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. On the tee of a par 3.
Par 3, bunkers left and right. Not an easy par 3 to say the least.
Going with the 5-iron here.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer.
Just didn't drop. An opportunity to make their par. And there it is. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Here we are at the final hole on the front 9.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
By my estimation, he's got around 170 here.
Looks like that one left some meat on the bone, Beamer. This putt coming up is for birdie. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Just about 8 feet left to the hole.
This is important. Big par putt here.
It was on a good line. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. All righty, Rich. This is crunch time. We're through 9 holes today. This player's on the wrong side of the cut line.
Luke, right now they're so far below the cut line, it's going to take a miracle for them to stick around. That's a swing only a mother could love there, Luke.
That's a wild one. Straight into the trees. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Oh, some smiles here. A bit of luck in the second cut. It's sitting nicely.
The cart path is not always a bad place to be. Just pick the ball clean. That should set up another chance. A par putt on the table. Okay, steady now. Just 3 feet to the cup. Job done. Let's head to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. We have a par 3 on this one.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
That got a little out of control, I think. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. It's got a chance. That putt went a bit long there. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Game's just getting a little out of shape by the looks of it.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test.
Par 4, 510 yards. It is a brute. Those bunkers down the right-hand side are a natural attraction for wayward golf balls. Second shot is down the slope. A big, deep, gaping bunker on the right-hand side will also find its fair share of golf balls. All in all, just a tough hole, to say the least.
That's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. Playing their 5th shot. And this next putt here is for a double bogey. That's disappointing. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4.
Tee shot up the hill to a blind landing area. Second shot is to a green that is surrounded by a cavern of bunkers. If you miss all those and find the green in 2, then you'll have a decent look at a birdie 3.
That was a beauty.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
That's frustrating. And this putt coming up for his par. That's pretty tidy. That's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. Teeing off now on the 14th hole.
Par 4, sweeping from right to left down the hill. This is a challenging hole.
From around 180 yards out.
Luke, that swing was just south of awful.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush. And here we are with the 3rd shot. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
That was a gallant attempt. This is a bogey putt coming up. I like the look of this. Let's see what happens here on the 15th.
Par 4, 421 yards. A seemingly simple par 4.
Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. Playing from 110 yards out. But not a bad approach. He'll be putting.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them. Oh, what a shame it didn't drop, but that looked good the whole way. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. This hole is a par 3.
Par 3, I don't need to mention the one on the left-hand side. It speaks for itself.
Oh, you couldn't paint a better picture. Gorgeous swing. And not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole. Okay, slow down now. That's enough. Getting ready to play their third. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Just a short putt remaining here. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Now at the 17th hole.
Severe dogleg from right to left. Second shot down the hill to a very narrow green.
This shot from around 210 yards. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. That won't get a good lie, I'm sure. That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface. And here we are with the third shot. How close was that to going down? And he needs this to save par. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. And now teeing off on the final hole of this round.
Players will be thinking birdie, but 6s and 7s will come along if you're not careful.
Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Getting ready to play their third. Always frustrated by missing a green.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Time for the fifth shot. Here's their sixth shot. And with that, this player has finished their Q School final. But Rich, unfortunately, they didn't manage to make it to that all-important top 50 and won't be able to advance to the Corn Ferry Tour next season. However, on their side is the opportunity to do it all again next year.
The player's going to have a rough go of it for another year until they can get back and hopefully get into the Corn Ferry Tour Championships.
A fair bit of soul-searching, I would imagine.
There's going to be a lot of searching for your game a little bit. I mean, you're going to be traveling, living on the road full-time. It's not easy nor fun, but it can and hopefully will make this player better in the future.
Well, would you have a look at that? An abysmal performance out here today, Rich. Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you this year's Q School Final. We're just about to begin our coverage of this exciting event. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam.
I gotta say, the sun is shining, the birds are singing. What a fantastic day to be out here covering some golf. Good on you, Luke.
Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. No point hanging on to that one. You didn't hit your best there. Second shot here on the first. This would be a great up and down. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt.
That's a rock solid par right there.
He's currently tied for 14th. Looking at a par 5 here.
Players looking to make 4 here, but never disappointed with a par 5.
Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones. Look out, this could be wet. Yeah, this lies pretty deep here. This is their 5th shot. Sixth shot coming up. Very crafty, that shot.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Sitting at a couple over for the event.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Ooh, I always love these holes. Here we have a par 3.
A split green here. It is difficult to make birdie 2s, but par 3s should be had.
Woo, back there, horsey. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Well, he's got a real outside chance here. 29 feet.
Ooh. 7 feet to the cup. Ooh, right by the hole. And this next putt, it's for bogey. Ouch, that hurts. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Sitting at 4 over for the event. The 4th at TPC Boston, Rich. A great short par 4.
Players looking to make birdie or better. The only difficulty is finding that front bunker. That's when big numbers can be had. For sure, birdies galore.
Looks like they've sliced this one, Rich. Oh, it's a little wayward. Bouncing through the branches. Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Great shot. Okay, Henny. What's he looking at with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Tracking. Oh, so close. Putting for a par here. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. Setting up now on a par 4.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
And here we are with the third shot. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Nine feet to the cup. And that putt will end up short.
Downhill putt, and sometimes you think it's going to run out more than it does. Just couldn't quite figure it out this time.
Time to face a par 4.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
That's a great shot into birdie range here at the 6th. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Just didn't drop. Putting for a par now. That gets the job done. Now at 6 over for the event. Ooh, bold play here. Going with the chief off the tee.
Par 5, 600 yards straight away. Wanting to make birdies, but par is a good number.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Not the best tee shot, but they got lucky with this lie.
Oh, that one's bouncing around in the branches. Far from ideal. Getting ready to play their third.
Pretty good shot there.
And here we are with their 4th. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. It was on a good line. It's just about 3 feet away.
Better than most.
And that's for a bogey. And now at +7 for the round.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
And after a bogey at the last, they're looking for a big drive on this hole.
Par 3 and a diabolical green, to say the least. The left-hand side sits much higher than the right-hand side, and the green is usually very firm. A tough ask.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Taking a right at the light. This is not what they want.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. A 7-footer right here.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
Well hold. Currently at 7 over par. We've arrived at a par 4.
Ninth hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
Playing from around 160 yards.
Breeze coming right into his melon.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. And here we are with the third shot. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
This is a 12-footer here.
Hey, nice looking line. Ah, bugger, a bogey. Sitting at 8 over par for the event. We've reached the beginning of the back nine, the 10th.
Par 4, this hole plays so much more difficult than the yardage. Water to the left of the green, bunkers surrounding it on both sides. Find the fairway, you'll have a good look at making birdie. You miss the fairway, good luck. 4s, 5s, and 6s come into the equation.
That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Straight back up into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
Well, it's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
If he makes this, he'll save his par.
So far, so good.
Yeah, he'll take that. Sitting at 8 over for the event. Pegging it up on the 11th hole here.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
Unable to find the green on this one.
Yeah, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Oh, lovely roll. The putt drops, and we're moving on. A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if he can bounce back. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck.
That's a good-looking shot there. And he's down there.
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
That should find the bunker. Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green.
Yeah, wind took that one offline in a hurry.
Okay, step one complete, out of the bunker. Now let's go make a putt. This putt for par here. This one has eyes for the hole. Yeah, good job. Nice par. Sitting at 9 over par.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Let's see what happens here at the 13th.
Tee shot is uphill to a blind landing area. Green is surrounded by some deep bunkers. However, you miss all those, you find the surface in two, and you're going to have a pretty decent look at a birdie 3.
Going with the 8-iron here. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
Oh, what a wonderful bunker shot. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4.
Fairway sweeps from right to left down the hill. Should you find the fairway, you'll have a decent look at finding the green in 2. But I've got to say, it is a difficult par 4, and you'd be happy to walk away with that score.
This line doesn't look too tough, just in the first cut, right by the green. Didn't that look good for a long time? This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This for par.
Nice little putt to hole, that one. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole.
Par 4, and a fun little par 4 at that, just 421 yards from the back. Fairly generous fairway, but a green that can provide some entertainment as there's some different swales in the green, and your golf ball can go a-wandering if you're not careful.
That's not the shot they're after.
Come out of the rough, your distance control gets off.
Ooh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
Judging it beautifully.
For the par. Currently at +9 for the day. This hole is a par 3.
Watch out for this green. There's a large shelf on the right-hand side. If it's up there, good luck getting it close. And whatever you do, don't be silly and hit it left in the water. That's just a bad shot.
Come on, sit. Well, that's a handy shot. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
That'll hurt the momentum. Sitting at 10 over par for the day.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Let's see what happens here at the 17th.
Dog leg from right to left. Second shot is down the slope. Lots of bunkers on this hole, but should you avoid them and find this sliver of a green, then birdie will be on your mind.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Ooh, that almost went down. And he needs this to save par.
Starts off on a good line.
That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. Of all the finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich, there's plenty that feel that TPC Boston could be right up with the very best of them.
Long hitters are looking to take it down the left-hand side and get the extra chase on the golf ball down the slope. That'll leave them with a very short second shot to a dangerous green. big, deep bunker right and a large hollow on the left-hand side. Birdies and eagles have been made before, but so have sixes and sevens.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Wind starting to get up, but it's helping, which is nice.
Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. 7 feet to the cup. Okay, steady now. Putting for par. And with that, this player has finished their Q School final. But Rich, unfortunately, they didn't manage to make it to that all-important top 50 and won't be able to advance to the Corn Ferry Tour next season. However, on their side is the opportunity to do it all again next year.
The player's going to have a rough go of it for another year until they can get back and hopefully get into the Corn Ferry Tour Championships.
A fair bit of soul-searching, I would imagine.
There's going to be a lot of searching for your game a little bit. I mean, you're going to be traveling, living on the road full-time. It's not easy nor fun, but it can and hopefully will make this player better in the future.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Bean, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are delighted to welcome you to this year's Q School Final. Without further ado, let's get into the coverage of this exciting event. Pleased you could join us for this second round action. Hello everyone, I'm Luke Elvey. Great to have my mate Rich Bean beside me. And Rich, as this next player begins their round, what do you think of their chances here today?
Look, they're behind the leaders, but not by a lot. But I got to say that they just haven't gotten it going yet. They are there because their putting has kind of kept it into it. The ball striking hasn't been great. The chipping hasn't been great, but they've made a bunch of putts. Something's got to change with the ball striking in order for them to remain in contention.
Well, it's time for the preamble to be set aside. Let's get into the action. Now, plus 11 overall. Time to tee off at the second.
Players want to take out any club, driver, three, whatever it takes, to miss the bunkers down the right-hand side in order to give them the best opportunity to knock it on in two. However, danger lurks everywhere around this green, so players playing cautiously might want to consider laying up. Birdie fours are always a good score in this hole, and you're never disappointed with a 5.
Where did that come from? That's not his style. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Well, it's a little deeper into the rough, but it's sitting nicely.
He hit that pretty loose. Yep, that's a water ball. Playing their fourth shot. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it, though. Let's see.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. That was a gallant attempt. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. And down it goes for consecutive bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Currently 12 over for the tournament.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
This one's headed right, Rich. That one seemed to get away from them, Rich. Second shot here on the third. Ah, that's a touch of class.
Such soft hands.
And there it is. Sitting at 12 over for the event. Well, that didn't look like their best swing there. Oh, that's a tad disappointing, finding the branches there. Second shot here on the fourth. Setting up here with a very long putt. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Downhill putt, and certainly was robbed on that effort.
Solid par putt, that. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. It's time to step onto the tee here at the fifth.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
He is not going to like this one bit. This is what bad lies are made of.
And here we are with the third shot. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. An opportunity to make a par here. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Time to face a par 4 now.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Oh, he's caught up in some branches there.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Big par saver coming up for this fella. Oh, just missed. Just 3 feet to the cup. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. Now a par 5 hole awaits.
Par 5, and only the long players can reach in 2. Find the fairway, then make a decision. Do I go over the large bunker 100 yards away, or do I lay back of it? Either way, you must make a par 5 here, because birdies will be had by the big hitters.
Not really what they were hoping for there.
Second shot here on the 7th. I'd be booking in for some lessons if I was swinging it like that. Setting up in some very deep rough.
Yes, it is awful, awful, yucky, smelly, stinky, and there's a bunch of other words I could use, but it's just flat out nasty. Good luck.
Playing their 5th shot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Putting for a bogey. In it goes, and that's unfortunately back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. Par 3s always offer up that hope of a hole-in-one.
Par 3, bunkers left and right. Not an easy par 3, to say the least.
Going with the hybrid. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And just a little bit of work was all that was needed to finish up there. And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. A long par 4 this hole.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their 2nd shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
That'll hurt. 3 consecutive bogeys. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Oh, I didn't see this as possible. What a shot.
And this is an extremely long putt. You might even have to hinge on this one. 11 feet left to the hole. Get excited. This could go in. Bit too heavy-handed there. And that putt will drop. Well done. Alrighty, Rich. This is crunch time. We're through 9 holes today, and this player's on the wrong side of the cut line.
Luke, right now they're so far below the cut line, it's going to take a miracle for them to stick around.
I seem to remember you pulling off a miracle at Bethpage Black in the PGA.
Well, there's no doubt that every once in a while I am miraculous.
The old-fashioned slice. Never good on a golf course. Henny, what does that lie look like?
He's eyeing this up and he's pleased with what he's seeing. This is sitting nicely.
That's disappointing.
And coming up well short.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. That's frustrating. A double bogey putt in front of them. Ooh. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. We have a par 3 on this one.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
Ooh, that was a little bit of an interesting pass at it.
This lie's not great. Getting ready to play their third. A bogey putt awaits. Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
6 feet remaining to the cup. Ooh, he's up, Tiger. Oh, so close. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. Next up is this two-shot hole.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck. You'll need it.
Lining up from about 230 yards here. Opting for the 5-wood. And now you just got to pray for a good lie, because that one's heading towards the sand. Coming up from the bunker. From the sand, are they able to get up and down? Time for the 5th shot. That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
That will work. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. Two great shots are required here, because this hole is a long par 4.
Par 4, back up the hill, 447 yards. This is an adventure-filled par 4.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155.
Heading towards the rough, this one. Henny, how bad is this lie?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut.
And this one is for his par. That'll sting a bit. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. That limits the damage. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th.
Par 4, sweeping from right to left down the hill. This is a challenging hole.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got the big 200 all the way back to this pin.
Opting for the 5-iron. And he's safely on the green. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
And with that putt, he's bounced back immediately from his previous drop shot. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
Par 4, 421 yards. A lot of fun can be had here, but be careful of the green. It'll get you if you're not careful.
Right up in the canopy of the trees. That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one. Choosing the 9-iron here. Is that what they had in mind?
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
It was a solid shot. Out of the bunker and onto the surface. Ooh, right by the hole. 3 feet to go here to the hole. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. And now stepping onto this par 3 hole.
Par 3, I don't need to mention the one on the left-hand side. It speaks for itself.
Going with the 7. That's not the one he wanted. Henny, how's that ball lying?
Guys, you know the worst lie you've ever seen? Yeah, times that by 10. This is nasty.
This is a par putt. Was on a good line. It's just about 3 feet away.
It's looking solid.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Well, here we go, Rich. We're at the penultimate hole, the 17th.
Severe dog leg from right to left. Second shot down the hill to a very narrow green.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Going with the pitching wedge here. And that was a bit of a misfire.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Look, I got to say, I'm really not liking their chances here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. This one for bogey. That gets the job done.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Now take the stroll to the final tee of this round.
Players will be thinking birdie, but 6s and 7s will come along if you're not careful.
This one might just sneak off the fairway. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 200 yards.
And here we are with the third shot. Time now for the fourth shot. That's on the green, but still a fairway from the hole. And he's down there. You got a read?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Putting for bogey. And with that, this player has finished their Q School final, but Rich, unfortunately they didn't manage to make it to that all-important top 50 and won't be able to advance to the Corn Ferry Tour next season. However, on their side is the opportunity to do it all again next year.
The player's going to have a rough go of it for another year until they can get back and hopefully get into the Corn Ferry Tour Championships.
A fair bit of soul searching, I would imagine.
There's going to be a lot of searching for your game a little bit. I mean, you're going to be traveling, living on the road full time. It's not easy nor fun, but it can and hopefully will make this player better in the future.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in and see you next time.